It's still heated amongst everybody because of the way in which the Eagles beat the Chiefs yesterday. CC and Pat and Cam still through the break arguing about how it should happen, how it should be called, etc. We do happen to have 2 Eagles fans on this show. We do have one more in terms of upon further review. We've got the Dabo future. What happens at Clemson? Another bad loss for Clemson this weekend. A lot of bad performances. Arch Manning got booed by his home fans for Texas. He was not very good. It's weird to think that a Manning is significantly better running than passing, but that's what we have right now with Arch. And we also had the conversation about the tush push and how it's going to be legislated moving forward. And CC, so we're up to number 1 of upon further review.
Yeah, so Myles Garrett called it an embarrassing performance. That's the 41-17 loss that the Browns suffered to the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday. Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski said that he would not give any thought to making a change at quarterback, stating that, quote-unquote, collectively, the offense did not do a good enough job. Flacco went 25 of 45, 199 yards, a touchdown and a pick, and was replaced by rookie Dillon Gabriel late in a blowout loss. The third-round pick went 3 for 3, threw his first NFL touchdown in garbage time. Earlier on Sunday, our very own Adam Schefter reported that Browns' third-string quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, manipulated the draft process, conveying to the Baltimore Ravens that he did not want to be drafted by them because he preferred to go to a team where he'd have an opportunity to play sooner rather than later. And while I'll never co-sign on a player choosing the Browns organization over the Ravens, I will say that in this instance, I understand it. The only way to get better at football is by playing football, and unlike other positions on a team, at quarterback, only one person plays, and that one person in Baltimore will be around for at least another dozen years. It was obviously a calculated risk by the Sanders camp, and likely we'll have to wait until the late season to see if it pays off. But what I don't understand is why head coach Kevin Stefanski is willing to lose games in embarrassing fashion with a 40-year-old quarterback. There's nothing to be gained by getting your head beat in with Flacco as your starter. He's not your future, and frankly, maybe none of the quarterbacks on the roster are. But it serves you to find out whether or not Gabriel or Sanders can be a part of the long-term future. At least you lose with a purpose. Young quarterbacks getting experience in meaningful games is never a bad investment, and at 0-2, why wait to start that process?
Smalls, you were shaking your head at the Shedeur part.
Yeah, I just thought that in that moment, I know you say you agree with it because you want to compete to be a starter. You fall into the 5th round. Shouldn't you be pumped that a stable franchise wants to take a shot at you? Shouldn't you be pumped that you could sit behind Lamar Jackson and learn from a 2-time MVP who is one of the best quarterbacks in this league, one of the best quarterbacks that we'll ever see? Shouldn't you be pumped that a coach like John Harbaugh wants to take a chance on you? And if you do manipulate the process and you go to a place where you can compete for the job, you better win it. And he didn't, which I think is a bit embarrassing. I think his ego was outsized in that moment, and that he was a bad self-scout, realizing that he fell to the 5th round and maybe he should just defer to the stable team that wanted to take him.
He not only didn't win the job, he didn't win the backup job.
Exactly.
He's not even active on game. I mean, he's a third quarterback, but you get what I'm saying. So you brought up 2 major Browns themes there. One is the Shedeur thing, one is the Myles thing. The Shedeur thing, as we've seen here, is debatable, right? You say, I get it, he has a better chance to play. Small says, which is, I think I'm more on this side of just attach yourself to Lamar for a year or 2, prove yourself in the preseason. They're going to flip you for a better pick anyway because you're never going to play, so why not do that? Okay, debatable, fine, we can sit here. The Myles thing infuriates me. Myles Garrett asked for a trade this offseason. We thought Myles Garrett was then putting himself out there in a way of, they're not willing to pay me what I want. I see no sign of life here in terms of the quarterback position. I'm not interested in being here long term. The moment they then give him the money, he takes it, which is his right. And he says, and he talks to Andrew Siciliano, the voice of the Browns, on a podcast saying, "Oh, I know what the plan is." The plan is what? Flacco? You have no right to complain. You signed up for this more than anyone else signed up for this. Flacco had no options. Shedeur was drafted by them. Dillon Gabriel was drafted by them. You don't have to be accepting of what's going on in Cleveland in terms of the level of play, but no one signed up for this more than Myles Garrett did. You knew exactly what you were signing up for. To Joe Thomas's credit, the Hall of Famer, he signed up for the Browns every year knowing they would stink and never complained. just played his butt off and tried to lead others. Myles Garrett is awesome at football. 31 other teams would take Myles Garrett in 2 seconds. But if you're unhappy with what's going on here, just remember, you signed up for it not once, but twice. You signed up for it as soon as, you signed your next contract, and when you asked out, you came right back as soon as they met your number. I'm sorry, I just don't like the idea of him going crazy on the team and complaining that this is not good enough. You want to do that behind...
It's not good enough, though.
It's not, but do that behind closed doors. You signed up for this. What did you expect? Did you think you were better than the Ravens?
So you think he should just be accepting of the team being bad because he signed up to stay there?
No, I think he should say it to the team and not to everybody else.
Maybe he has said it to the team. We don't know that he didn't.
Maybe he thinks
We don't know that he didn't.
Maybe he thinks as a leader, saying it through the media to the team, if he's already said it behind closed doors, is maybe the best course of action. Or the next course of action. Who knows?
Yeah, but I'm going to go to your point then, not mine, Smalls. What did they do, I believe, yesterday on social media? Who did they wish a happy birthday to over the weekend? A quarterback that has not played and won't play for them, Deshaun Watson. That's the problem, right? All of the money is there, and all of the money is in Myles Garrett. We talk about your squad, the Browns. The Packers. That they
Don't you put that evil on me.
That they have the quarterback on offense, and they have the quarterback on defense. Jordan Love plays like a star. Micah plays like a star. Look out. Well, the Browns did too. They pay a quarterback on defense, a quarterback on offense, except he doesn't play, right? So what did you expect, Myles? So much of your salary cap is used in a player that will never play for you again. We could sit here and debate the Shedeur Browns all day. Myles Garrett complaining like that rubs me the wrong way.
Initially, it did me too because he did sign up to stay there. You chose to get your bag and stay in Cleveland, which I totally understand.
But Smalls,
hold on.
I'm just adding to your point.
Okay.
He chose to stay there after getting his bag, but this is after he demanded a trade.
Right. But after I rethought about what he said, I actually appreciate that he's that frustrated. If you are the leader of the team, if you are the star of the franchise, you did sign up to stay there. And if you want things to change, showing how frustrated you are by being bad is the way to go. You shouldn't be complacent. You shouldn't just roll over and be like, well, I chose to stay here. You should be angry. You should want to win at all costs. So I kind of appreciate the anger.
Fair, but everybody says, oh, football's a team sport. I don't believe that. I believe it's a team sport once you have a quarterback. Then it becomes a team sport. You're going to get mad at me. I know that. You play defensive line. If you have a stinky quarterback, the other 50-plus guys don't really matter that much.
Unless you're the 2000 Baltimore Ravens.
In 2025.
Unless you're the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles.
Come on.
Well, Nick Foles played really good.
And Carson Wentz was going to be the
really
MVP.
good in one game. He still had to have 6 wins in order to get to the Super Bowl from when Carson Wentz got hurt. And he didn't play great in all of those 6 games.
You earn the right for it to be a team sport. You earn the right for the other positions to matter as much once the quarterback does his job. Myles Garrett signed up for a team that did not have a quarterback. So your amazing play, Joe Thomas's amazing play, didn't matter as much because they don't have an amazing quarterback. Micah will matter even more because Jordan Love plays so well. Chris Canty in that defensive line with the New York Giants in 2011 was so unbelievable once Eli helped. I'm sorry. Yes, team sport.